Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon.
So, one question actually.
Hmm.
Today you said you will show the sofa modeling.
Yes.
Sir, before starting that, can you please show me my doubt? Like a day before yesterday, I told you, right? Like I had the problem with the bridging. Like I'm selecting the edges and it's
Yes.
not bridging completely. I have to select every time each and every edge and have to bridge it.
Okay.
So if you can clear the doubt.
Okay. I'll clear.
Sir, one more question.
Hmm.
Sir, tomorrow there will be a doubt clearing class. I have
Yes.
one doubt because I made one, like I was practicing one more modeling.
Okay.
So I have a lot of problem in that. So if tomorrow there is a class, it will be easy for me.
Tomorrow there is a class without print. I'll schedule it and send your mail by today evening.
Okay, sir.
So bridging. So let's see. So you're having issue with bridge. So suppose I delete this one side and now have this entire thing, right? If I select all the, you can see I have selected the entire edge, entire border. And if I click bridge, nothing happens. Like this is what is happening to you.
Yes, sir. This one only is happening.
Okay, so why it's not working? Because to work bridge, you need to select two separate edges. So right now I have selected the entire loop, entire border. So if I deselect only this section, no,
Oh, yes, sir. I can hear you.
no, 1 second. If I deselect this one and deselect this one, if now if I click bridge, it will work perfectly. So basically, for bridging, if you select this edge and this edge, it will work perfectly. If you select this also, it won't work. So you have to
Okay.
select. So basically, what I'm doing is select all the edges and go to edge mode, deselect in between edges, and then bridge it. Then it should work. So if you select it by border, like if all the edges are selected, it won't work. You need to
Okay.
you need to leave one gap. You need to leave a gap. Then only it will work.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. So today's this thing I have choose a simple sofa for now because sofa can be really complex. So today we have this like this is pretty simple. Most of the things you can see they are like boxes, and this is like little puffed and slightly deformed, right? So we'll use few new tools and learn how to do it, and then we after this we'll do a complicated sofa like where we have a lot of design pattern or you have those cushioning effect right in sofa. So those are like really complicated. So those how to create those things we'll learn that thing also. So let's start with this is like pretty simple, so we can start with off with this thing. So first thing first, as I can like, you can clearly see it basically like this is a separate section. This is a separate section. Then a separate section back there is a backrest. There again a section. Then we have six cushions. Right. This is for sitting. This is for back support. So we have all these things. They're all separate. So how to create it? Ashwin also joining. So I'm going to create this thing. So first thing first, go to front box. So I can keep this image in the background and use it. So as of now I'm not keeping it. I just like just simply creating it. Trying to keep everything in the center perspective. And I can see the width is fine. Height it increase so that you can sit. So we have one section, two section, three sections. Clearly If I press 3, 1, 2, 3 sections, so my alignment will be easy. So if I keep the same amount of poly loops or like edges, so it will become become easy for me to choose the size, select the size of the cushion. Otherwise, manually, if I try to do it, it will become very difficult, and the size and scale will be uneven throughout. So make sure have like 3 loops in between, 2 loops in between, so you can have 1, 2, 3 sections, very clear sections. Just give me a second. Okay. So, okay. Now we have this thing, and this can be our this base. So let's create this base first. I feel this base is little thick, make it little thick front, and then move it down. Keep slightly gap because we have those stands also. So this is basically a rectangular, solid rectangular shape, nothing fancy. Now we have like extruded 2 sections for this hand rest. So we create this thing and plus the back rest. So now onwards, we'll create everything with the same model, and cushions are separate anyway. So we'll create the cushions separately. Perspective. Okay. So now I'll apply edit poly, go to face mode, polygon mode, this one and this one together. So that because I'm going to extrude this section, so if I use this, my both the side will be even, or I can like symmetry it later also, but I will use this. So it's even. Now select these two, again extrude. Little extra, double, almost double size. Okay. Now this section is ready. The base structure is ready, almost ready. And now we need a back rest. So I can extrude the entire thing. This is too much. Done. And delete this section. And now it is what I can do is select these two and bridge. But you can see if select both of them and bridge it. So it's a polygon bridge. It worked perfectly, it bridged, but I don't have in between these loops. So I need to create those selections. Correct? Okay. Let's select these two and add connect 2. So exact same distance. Now what I can do is I can select this edge, this vertex and this vertex, connect, it won't connect. Reason, there is nothing in between. The polygon wise, I'll have to go and delete these two. Otherwise, it won't bridge. So for bridging, this and everything have selected, you see. And now go to edge mode, deselect this one, deselect this one. Deselect, okay. Down. One second, what is this? Down there is a poly. Oh, this polygon also have to delete. Make sure there's nothing border. this one and this one, both the border. Go to edge mode or control, alt deselect, alt deselect, and now bridge it. It's not working. Okay, then select top. Both the sides are selected. That's why it's not working. Now it will work perfectly. You can see I'm leaving this gap. Bridge sets bridge. So basic structure is ready. Now we have those corners and everything. So you can see my sofa is like right now we are going to create a mid poly version. It's not going to be a really low poly. So we're going to chamfer all the corners and make it smooth and clean. So you can see, if you zoom in, if you can see there is a piping throughout. There's a piping going on throughout all the borders. So we need to create that piping. So before that, I need to bevel all the chamfer all the corners. This one, select this one, select this one, and this one. All four, this, both the side. If I want, I can work on only one side and then symmetry it. I can do that also. So select both the edges and now go to chamfer. Keep it low, like 3 or 4, like 2 lines in between, 3 lines in between. That's like more than enough. So this is the distance of the bevel. So 4 is enough. So I can see if I bevel this base, then I have to bevel this also. Otherwise, it will create that mess. Now it's all clean. Perfectly. And this sides and front part is not visible. So I'm not going to touch it. You can see corners become smooth and round. Okay. So it's soft and smooth. So after once I finish this, I'll connect this and like make it a quad. Right now it's an n-gon, which is not acceptable. So let it be. Now I can see clearly in this reference, we have this piping. So how to create this piping is a very easy and shortcut way is there. Double click and like select all the edges, or you can select all edges like this or go to front, select, control select, and then press alt deselect, front, alt deselect. So it will automatically leave this back this edge border and remove all this in between, anything unwanted. Now you can see only this squarish border is selected, both the side. And where is my reference? I switch to vaccine. Both the side, and plus I need to select this. Okay, this also I need to select front, control, alt deselect, alt deselect, control, alt deselect, alt deselect. Go to perspective and just double check you haven't selected anything unwanted. So everything is selected nicely and ready. So now you want to create that piping. So how we can do it? You can see they are like once when you in edge mode and select any edge, there is an option called create shape. If you click on this, it will basically generate a spline. So right now you can see it's like really random. It's not that clean. Or one second, this one shortcut I remember. What I can do is I can create shape of these two corners only, and then copy it here. So I got this shape. You can see the moment I clicked it, instantly it says there is shape. Exit edge mode, select the shape, go to rendering, enable in viewport, enable in rendering, zoom in, and you can see it's a nice clean piping. So it's 12 sided, it's like way too high poly. 8 is enough. Like 8 is enough for this thing. And you see my basic structure piping is ready. Right click, editable poly, convert to editable poly. Now element mode, select this one, shift and drag, place it here. Okay. So strange, and shift and I should duplicate. Why it's not duplicating? It's strange. I don't know. Due to some strange reason, this is not usually shift and drag. It duplicates the mode mesh. Now this side is ready. Select both the things. No. Then now this side is ready. Now I'm going to click mirror, copy. So both the side. Okay. Piping is ready. So now I'll go attach the piping. You see the piping, it's ready and perfectly snapping to the surface. There is no error, no issue, because while modeling, perfection is everything. It should be perfect. Like from angle, from size, from volume, scale, everything should be perfect. So you have to pay really good attention and like find the best way and optimized way to do it. And that is something with practice will get it very easily. So I got this piping is ready. Now the seal is so simple. Like the basic box is like pretty simple. I created this very easily. Now I have this one cushion, two cushion, three cushion, three cushions. So how will I do it? I'll just simply either I can just simply create a box and do it, or go to polygon mode, select this, shift and drag it. Right? Why it's not separating this? Okay, this is very strange. Just clone this surface, copy. Everything is duplicated. Polygon mode. Select everything. Just leave one. Delete everything. So now you have exact size of this cushion. Centralize the pivot point. Move it up. Go to front view and check the scale, like distance, this thickness. It's almost 50, near about 50%, like 40, 50%. Now I have border. Select the border, make it thick and tap it. Now it's a perfect rectangular solid box. There is nothing. It's a solid box. Now I want to create that cushion effect. So how I'll do it?
Cloth simulation.
Yes, I'll use cross simulation. So for this, but there's not enough polygons here. There's not enough polygons here. So I need to add more polygons and make sure that it retains shape as well. So what I'll do, I'll go to modifier, use a turbo smooth. Turbo smooth, basically what it does, it smooth the entire model and add more polygons, but you can see it distorting the shape. So I cannot use it directly. What I have to do is have to switch on smoothing group. So if I switch on a smoothing group, it will retain the shape. So right now the smoothing group is not correct. So I have to go to element mode, select this, clear all, and auto smooth. Now apply a turbo smooth, smoothing group, and add twice, thrice, 2, 3 times turbo smooth, which is like decent enough, like nice high poly model. So we have nice high poly model. So now I need to create this, like I need to puff this thing. If you see, they're like really soft, puffy, and manually, yes, manually also we can do it, but it will take a little time. But we can do this very easily with the help of a cloth simulator. So cloth simulator is basically it's again a modifier. In Max, most of the effects are modifiers. So I can use a modifier and create this thing very easily. So right now, this is my, suppose this is my cloth and this sofa is not my cloth. So I'll select both of them, apply a cloth, uh, see, cloth simulator. So select both of them, apply cloth simulator, and go to object properties. Now, oh, before that, I need to identify my this thing, like both the shapes. So I delete cloth simulator. So this one is sofa, so make sure name it as sofa so that you can identify it very easily. Select both of them. Now apply cloth simulator, object properties. Now you can see you have a sofa. So I know the sofa is, I'm going to use it as a collision. So my cloth won't pass through the object. It will sit on that object. So select sofa. It's by default inactive. So make sure click on collision object. So it's going to collide with the object and stay there. It cannot pass through this thing. So if it's inactive, it will pass through the sofa and go like infinity, it will fall. So make sure switch on and make it as a collision object. Now this box is my actual sofa cushioning, that sofa pad, cushion or pad, that where we sit, that section. Select that and switch on cloth. So sofa became collision and this box become cloth. So by default, this reference, this is the this is, because we have a lot of presets. So usually so far this fabric is either jute or maybe your like reference by, you can see it's like either cotton or something like that. So I can select cotton. There are a lot of presets, you can see automatically modify everything. Then if I choose the only cotton and okay and apply, and then I start simulate, you see it will crush like on like it will become like a squeeze and crush and become a flat like it will act like a paper, but cushions are filled from inside, like it's like inside, so there's a filler inside. So what I have to do is, so I need to switch on that property also, like as this will work as a inside there is something there. So for that I need to switch on my pressure. Oh, sorry, box pressure is increased to maybe 30-40%. This is something you need to try it out and check. 42% and simulate. So you can see it become a really nice puffy cushion. That means too much. It's like this base sitting cushion are not that puffy. So what I'll do is undo it, go back to properties, box, maybe 10%, and okay, and simulate local. So 10% is not working perfectly. It's like again not working properly. So I'll just increase this to maybe 25-6%. Okay, it's kind of working same manner only. Okay, let it be. So I got this cushion puffiness and everything's puffed up nicely. If you see, if I move this, sorry, my bad, only this cushion, you can see it become like this, base become like crash inside this surface. So what I have to do is undo this and select the cushion only, move it little side and slightly move up so that it doesn't intersect with the mesh, and reduce the model slightly, or I can just simply reduce it overall slightly. So there is a gap from all the sides. Project setting, box 26, fine, okay, simulate. So you can see it's still going inside. That means by lower sofa doesn't have enough collision, enough geometry. That's why it's colliding with with this, like this. That is something I can fix very easily because that base part is anyways not visible. I can just simply delete it and cap it. But I want to create it like perfectly. So what I'll do is I select my sofa, apply edit poly. Oh, sorry, this cloth. I'll go to edit poly. Yes, nothing happens. Apply a turbo smooth, smoothing group switch on twice or thrice. I'll apply. So you can see it become quite a high poly. I'll delete this later after this. Go back to this object property. It's fine only. I can reduce it slightly, maybe 20 or something. Simulate. So now you can see it works better, nicely, and create this nice puffy cushion. So this my base surface is ready. The surface is ready, and I need to have 3 cushions. So before that, I need to fix the volume. This is like way too much puffy. I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be like little less puffy. So what I'll do, I'll apply another modifier named FFD. FFD. So FFD is basically gives you a lattice point where you can control those points and modify your model without touching your actual edges or vertices. So there are, you can see, multiple FFDs are there. FFD 2 by 2 by 2. That means two edges like from length, width, and length, width,
Sir,
and
is it
height.
like lattice, sir?
What?
Is it like a lattice thing?
It's lattice only. It's lattice
Okay.
only. It's lattice only. So FFD is like in Maya we call it lattice point. In Max we call it FFD. But if you when you apply FFD, it will show you lattice points.
In
So
Blender also it's called lattice.
okay, I don't have any idea about Blender. So FFD. So you can like 2 by 2 is like you can see apply it. You can see 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. So this I cannot modify with this because I don't have anything in between. You can see lattice points, control points. We have all this thing. If I click on control point, it will modify like this. But I want to reduce the center points. Basically, I need to reduce the puffiness of this thing. So what I'll do is undo this. We'll go to FFD. There is 3 by 3, 4 by 4, or there is, you can see, box. If I click on box, I can modify the numbers of X, Y, Z direction. So width, I guess 5, right? Yeah, 5 points. That is points. Select only the top points. Bottom points are not required, and push it down slightly. But you can see it reducing this part also. What if I don't want to reduce this section? So what I have to do is I have to go here, and height wise I need 5, I believe. Yes. So only the center part, select 1, 2, 3. I need to push down slightly. So you can see it reduces the puffiness. I can control it like this, reduces the puffiness and become really smooth, soft, this thing. Now, here also I can see all the edges have this border, this piping. So I'll, top of this, I'll apply another edit poly. So you can see that slowly this, all these things are stacking one by one. So initially try to use all this stack and create everything. Do not collapse anything. Unless you move to advanced stage, do not collapse anything. Keep all the entire history. So now edit poly, and now after doing this, I'll go to edge and double click there, double click, double click, double click, and double click. Similarly, okay, I can just simply isolate this edge. Select them, create shape, and my thickness is already, I have previously applied, so it will automatically apply here. That's the like best thing. But you can see it's changing the shape. Now I can go and select this one, radial, angle, and everything is fine. Auto smooth, twist, correct is all fine. Cap, also cap is not required. It's smooth. No, it's not working. So I have to match these corners by myself, or that I will do it without any problem. The basic structure is almost ready. You can see my basic cushion is almost ready. Now, this surface is perfectly nice. This surface is very angular. So that's why what we have to do is select this, apply another turbo, and this time no need to switch on smoothing group. So it will make the cushion super smooth and puffy, clean. You see, it's clean, smooth. So let's delete this one more time, and okay, I'll apply it here. Go to edit poly. I can drag drop this thing, edges, and now I can select a perfect edge, create. So it will, you can see now you have more polygons, so it will automatically snap to the surface, because you previously didn't have enough polygons, so it was creating that peculiar shape. So now it can see it's perfectly correct. Now select the shape, right click, you can apply edit poly on this also if you want, or you can just simply select this, attach this, so it will automatically become a poly. Now your this surface is ready. Now select this, shift, move it, two cushions. It will duplicate one more. All right, what happened? Oh, there's one more thing. When you apply cloth modifier, you have to collapse your entire thing. Otherwise, you won't be able to go back to your shape. So I delete this, edit poly. So I have to right click, collapse all. Unless I collapse, if I duplicate, the cloth modifier will be reset again. Now it will retain the shape. You can see my sofa, nice puffy, smooth, soft edges, everything is clean. I just apply a basic some modifier, some material. This only. Or maybe this gray. Ah, this is fine. You can see nice, smooth, clean. But whenever we create any shape, one thing we need to keep in our mind, like whenever the sofa, like in real life, if you have a sofa and something, all the cushions are like they create, when they created, they are all exactly the same. but when we start using it, they become little bit, the puffiness and everything are not exactly the same. So what we have to do is we have to apply one more FFD. This time I can apply 4 by 4 by 4 automated. Go to control point, select the top, this thing, or maybe only this section, slightly push it down, slightly push it down, make it slightly uneven, like it's different from this one. So it became slightly different. Now select this one. So you can see, because after smoothing and everything, it becomes slightly bigger. So that I'll control later. FFD. Make sure, change the shape slightly, reduce overall, slightly increase. Slightly modify. Now I want to make sure all three of them fit inside this area. So I'll select all of them, apply a FFD, this time 2 by 2 only, control points, select these two and push it inside. So it will work perfectly. Done. So and I can see this sofa have some edge issue, some for this thing, because there was n gone. That's why this thing is happening. So anyways, I have to delete this, so it is all clean. See, it's all clean. Now I need to create those cushions in vertical angle. So if I want, I can use this thing also and modify it directly. Like if I want, I can just simply collapse, select one of the, any one of them, duplicate it. I can use angle rotation, 90 degree. Place it here, and I can see this is not square. This is more of a rectangular in shape, like this, and it's slightly angled. It's not perfectly straight, slightly angled. So this to the angle, slightly angled. And now if I want to create this thing, I can apply another FFD. This time 4 by 4, so that we can have more points. And here you can see the shape, like the corners are little point or like face like a little bit extruded extra, like towards outside. Select it, push it slightly up, slightly up, like this. I can do this, or I can apply a FFD box, and by default I can see 4 by 4 by 4, increase 5 or 6. No, 5 is too much, so 5 is fine. The center part, I want to move the center part slightly outside, very little, slightly outside, so I can create that shape. I can match with the reference very easily and create, you can see that wavy shape. You can do it very easily. In a meeting will end in less than a minute, so I'll restart it, rejoin it, then shift